Usain Bolt's not the fastest anymore. Tom Brady is not the best anymore. Michael Jordan's gone.
Yeah.
Like, someone else will replace you.
Yeah, and I know what's crazy is like the next person's probably gonna be way better. Like we're probably it's so insane that happens. Like it's actually so exciting.
Yeah, they'll be better because they watched you growing up and they took your things and added to it.
Exactly.
Make sure you like this video and subscribe to the Eden Group channel for more content empowering health and wellness entrepreneurs to make as much money as possible so they can change as many lives as possible. Welcome to the Eden Group podcast. This is the first
In person.
our first in-person recording. I'm joined today by Zack Gallagher. What an amazing, unexpected connection.
Yeah.
So, Zack, we go to the same church.
Mm-hmm.
Church on the Ridge.
Yep.
I want to get into your story, especially your faith walk.
Yeah.
How you came to be a Christian.
Yep.
And then coming to Church on the Ridge. But the reason we're doing this podcast is because I told you I had a podcast.
Yeah.
You look through my back catalog and they're like, I know these. I know
These guys.
And I was like, what? I've never met someone in the real world who knew what ATG was without me evangelizing them. And not only do you know these guys, but you were level 2 certified.
Yeah. It was no, I moved down there, so I just came back to Washington in July. And then but for the past 2 years I was actually living in Clearwater, Florida, where like the headquarters is.
That's insane.
And I moved down there to like be nearer to ATG coaches. The people I was connected with, they're all interested in personal training and ATG in some way. We all worked ATG, so an opportunity opened up for me to move down there, and I just took it. And I was down there for 2 years, so I was training with those guys like pretty.
Yeah, okay, right. So I want to get into all of that.
Yeah.
I'm just like fanboying out over the people you know and the experiences you've had, but I want to get into your full story.
Yeah.
So let's start at the very beginning. Where were you born? And at what point did you become interested? Because you're an entrepreneur as well. That's something I did mention at the intro. You're an entrepreneur as well.
Yeah.
When did you become interested in business and fitness? Because I mean, that's what this whole channel is about.
Yeah.
There's a section of business and fitness. So when did you become interested in business and fitness? Which one first?
Yeah. So I was born in Snoqualmie. So right here, right now. I grew up here. Went to around here my whole life. Like even to university, I was studying in Seattle. So but I first got into fitness. I got into fitness first, and I got into it, when I was in my freshman year of university, and I was 18. My story there is like a whole different thing. But basically, I played soccer all the way growing up. But my whole concept of fitness and just like fitness in general was just running. And I quit soccer I stopped playing soccer 2 years at that point. So I was first year in college and 2 years out, not really doing anything. But I picked up running a little bit, and that was because that was the only fitness I knew. I was like, all right, if I want to get fit, I have to run, because I only jogging and sprinting. And that was it. I got into fitness. I got into lifting weights and training because, eventually I had like 6 months of like running under my belt, but my relationship with food and what I thought was like healthy was so messed up. I was basically not eating and running so much every day.
Gotcha.
And I was thinking, yeah, this is good.
So for you, nutrition was just starving yourself.
Nutrition was basically, like I switched. I stopped eating like processed or ultra processed foods, but I basically wasn't eating that much food.
Got it.
It was pretty. And then I literally woke up one night in my dorm. I remember drinking a lot water before I went to bed, and I woke up and like going to the bathroom. I'd go to the bathroom and I had my shirt off. I was doing my shirt off, and then I come out to my down to wash my hands. All my roommates were like sleeping. But I saw what I looked like in the mirror, and I literally was like instantly. And in that moment, I literally was like, "All right, so I'm gonna change tomorrow because this is not good."
Like, were you just so emaciated that you're like,
it was just I just looked at myself. Like, whoa, how did I get that? Wait, oh my god, no. Wow. So that was the power overnight. I already had the discipline to do stuff to work on my health every day and something, because I was running like 6 days a week. It was pretty every single day. I would literally run down to the IMA at UW, which is I run down to the gym at University of Washington. I would run down there to run on a treadmill. That's just me. I run like a mile to go run treadmill.
That's crazy.
For like a couple more miles, but once I made the switch, it was definitely intimidating for me at first to get into weights. I see all these guys. I'm like 5'10", under 140 pounds. I did.
Oh my god.
Yeah. I don't quite saying I'm in the weight. Get in the weight, so I can go all right. But yeah. So it was really. But I started there, and then I was definitely intimidated, but I got started asking all my friends what we could do, and got my start there. But then I didn't get into, and then I really fell in love with training. Like I really fell in love with training. My relationship got a lot better. I started loving. I just really love resistance training.
I mean, how did what your split was like in those early days?
You're a noob. Oh my gosh, I literally skipped legs. I was push pull, dude. Classic calisthenics. It was insane. No, yeah, but you weren't even doing calisthenics. Anybody else that is? Yeah. Here's my thought process. I was thinking, all right, so I'm a soccer player. I was like, all right, well, legs are easy. Legs are too easy. I was thinking like you asked me, oh my gosh, why don't you do legs? I'm like, they're too easy. They're too easy, dude. Upper body's the problem.
Yeah.
Here's what it's so funny looking back. If I'm thinking if I hear somebody say legs are too easy, just honestly it didn't. Like,
Yeah, they don't know. They haven't trained.
legs are the hard. They don't train legs really. Stuff.
No one who really trains says, "Oh, leg day, what you do?"
No, I was literally so weak, so I was so deconditioned back then, but I was still saying that. It was just because for not training, I guess I had a decent squat for like I was decent.
Okay, yeah.
So with soccer, like had some muscle mass already.
Yeah.
You're at least arenting. Yeah. So well, anyway, that was my split. I didn't even start putting a leg for a couple months, but I didn't even start. And here's actually one. There's a good memory. When I was very first trying out, dude, I did start benching. I started bench press a couple months after I was a couple months in. Right? I remember just like this is so humbling, but I was remember benching. About okay, I'm gonna start benching. Basically, just do the bar for reps. Why? So easy. Put 5s on each side one time. Was going, got stuck. I literally had 55 pounds in the bar. Legit. Girl doing next to me was doing more.
Yeah.
Jeez. So,
But 5'10", 140. That is small.
no, I was really small. Yeah, really small. And yeah, I mean, I deprived myself of like a lot of nutrition. So it's real. I was wheel muscle, no strength. Like it was really, really small. So anyways, I got in the training bed, I fell in love, and I actually went to ATG because I found ATG.
How'd you find it?
Yeah. So actually I had 2 knee surgeries. I had this condition called I don't even know where it originated, but it was called OCD, osteochondritis dissecans, which I should have looked it up. I should have looked up more because I kind of forgot what it entailed. Basically, I had a floating piece of my I got some of this MSKCO around my knee, and it just made my knee feel super fragile. Yeah, super fragile. It's so interesting because I was still squatting.
Did you ever have any tears?
No,
No.
but it just I remember I could still squat way on back, which is like over. Yeah,
Most people can do that.
I was still squatting way over my back. I've got plate and whatever on each side. I was squatting, but the step up, like that Patrick step up, Paul Kim step up. That range of motion right there. I remember column blocking days and like through my classes.
That's going down.
If I was going from the sidewalk onto the street,
Yes.
sometimes it would feel so fragile to where I would be like, okay, wow, I got to stop, switch foots to go off the curb, then go.
So that is more common than most people want to admit.
Dude, it really weirded me out. Yeah.
Before I found ATG, I was squatting 405.
Wow.
But I couldn't just like sit comfortably in a squat and play with my kids. And I was like, something's wrong here.
Yes.
Like I can perform well in this very rigid environment, but I can't just live painless in everyday life.
Yep.
Something's broken.
I finally decided because I'd been feeling like this for probably a couple of years, but didn't get so I wouldn't say painful, but just so fragile feeling until like midway through a second year of college. So I basically was like, okay, enough's enough. I'll get this checked out. Got 2 knee surgeries, and then I lived an entire year after that as the guy who was, that's my surgery. That's my surgery. So I used to surgeries were great. So
That my surgery.
but that last my surgery.
Psychological.
So psychologically, I was like, when I was still my left knee, left knee. And so those surgeries fine. I got better, but I wasn't doing anything to strengthen my legs that much. I was working out, I was doing legs, but
what did legs mean back then?
legs for me back then was just like bodyweight squats. I think it was like 2020, so I couldn't go anywhere. But at least I was still squats, and then
Any hams?
I mean, I was probably doing leg extension machines.
Probably.
I was probably doing leg extension machines. Or probably doing seated hand curls.
Okay.
Probably that's like abs. Yeah, that's probably it. Yeah. And yeah, so I was doing that, but I was always a surgery guy. I would never go into doing active stuff with my friends. And so I was thinking, And that was around the time 2020. That's when I first started seeing these are those guys. When I haven't surgery, but a year after that, I still kept seeing him, and he was going to 2021. That's when he really started blowing up. These are those guy, and so at this point, I'm like, okay,
I'm glad that's, let me just pause for a second.
yeah.
Were you seeing him on social media? I was seeing him on Instagram. Yes, I was big into. You were mostly in, not so much YouTube, not TikTok. You were on Instagram.
Yeah. Well, I did see, Mark Bell.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love that. That's why I love Power Project. Yeah. I was nice every day, boys. So I was listening for like a year every day. So you've been on there like 1 week for months.
Will, I want to get in see him on the pod.
White whale. That'd be amazing.
So, dude, he was just so much knowledge, so much reality. But that guy, so I finally got already getting into ATG like end of 2021 September, and so because I was like, enough's enough. I need to do something on my knee. I'm gonna do anything. This guy obviously has a unique method. He's getting you really unique results.
Mm-hmm.
There's got to more to this. I want to try it out.
He brilliantly touched on something that was like a phantom pain point that literally everybody, athlete and non-athlete, has,
Yeah.
and yet nobody's really talking about.
Right.
And so by just saying, and as a trainer, so I was applied health science, calling his program Knees Over Toes was so perfect because we've all been taught. I remember listening in class and saying 90 degrees.
Yeah.
Do not put your knees over your toes. I remember coaching clients before, like as a personal trainer. Yeah. Don't let your knees go over your toes. Yeah. And somebody said knees over toes guy. I'm like, wait, what is this?
Yeah, it gets people in. It's like, whoa, it's like I'm gonna leave.
Yeah, this was sacrilege.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So, totally. And so I was thinking, yeah, this guy's really unique out there. Let me start. So I started doing the Zero program. Got super into ATG. I was on ATG app when he was still using like Trainerizer or whatever, Trainer Hero or whatever it was called. So I was back 2021, but ever since then, I've been really fell in love with it. And I noticed the ability in my I felt way more comfortable and way stronger in my legs. I felt like I could do more stuff. I definitely started doing more active stuff. I was basically restricting myself from before. And yeah, I just fell in love with this new world of training that I'd never experienced before. I was so fascinated with all these movements, and I was thinking, oh, what's this do? What's seating Norton do? Whoa, what is a Nordic curl? That's crazy. What is a split squat? I was blessed. I could already do that full on from the get go, which was like, I guess, really lucky. Yeah. Up to work, but you're really lucky. So, but now I was like, why is he doing that? All these things. He has so many. I was thinking, and then he had. Dude, I get into the let's get into it because dude, no one I know who is willing to merit out because you know what was so good about Ben?
Yeah.
He would implement standards, gamify it. Yeah. So, dude, I don't. And if you really zoom out, so we had like the regular standard, like the L1, L2 standard, but then we have like the free standards. Oh, you're an insane athlete. Your insane ability on this specific.
If you can do X,
if you can do X for X reps or X range of motion for, and a half byway for.
Okay, yeah.
And this is so genius because if you really, and I know these standards are more so based on because he came into this, started this after like 10 years of just grinding in person and whatever. So, and a plus on top of, tackling his problem, which his really.
He was also the knee to right guy.
Yeah. And so after solving his problem, after training people first, and then he's like, all right, now I'm going to take a line. But so at least standards are based on his experiences. But if you really zoom out, like, they're just literally made up. You know what I mean? I mean, they're a good base point, but it's just somebody making up stuff. It's just somebody making up stuff, but it's so good.
Yeah.
Because it gave me and millions of other people, I need to go for that. But that's so good because I think it's the great thing about the Knees or Toes guy and like just about progression in general. It's so much about just progression in general from going through ATG because it's like you set a standard of ability and then it's black and white, right? Because then it's like you either can do it or you can't. And it's not based on feeling.
That's right.
Which I have a literally tangible standard to lie to. Yeah, this is the way I can do it. I can. That's right. I would say I was one of the very, very few people in my circle in my group of friends at the time who was really so in love with training and really so in love with just like healthy. What thinks about this? I was wondering, and a good way to illustrate this is, I guess, like people in some people I was living with, like definitely were like, just total slobs or whatever. But like for example, I was thinking, oh, okay, I'm gonna do the carnivore diet. That sounds really interesting. And that's when people were like, okay, what are you doing? But for example, like that's just one example I'm thinking. But when that was definitely openly talked about in this group, I was thinking, oh, that's interesting. These guys are into it too.
What did you find it before you found out the group was into it?
I knew Keegan was into this stuff. So I found it, and then I was thinking, oh, he has this group of these guys. I'm just going to join because these guys share a lot of my same interests, relating to training, all this stuff. And at that point, I was thinking, I was really heavily contemplating being a personal trainer, and a lot of these guys were trying to start the personal training business. They're already doing it. So I joined for all these reasons. I got into Uncommon Success in April 2023. I go through the summer.
It's recent, man.
I know. Yeah, I go through the summer, and then in August in 2023, I'm told this. I know these guys who I just connected with in this group. They're like, hey, I get an invite. They're thinking, hey, we're gonna have a house in Florida next to the ATG gym, Clearwater. What happened there? Do you wanna come down? And I was thinking, I don't know, maybe next year. And then in August, I got an invite in like June or May of 2023. And then in August, I was thinking, all right, cool, I'm gonna move there. And I booked a ticket. What do I want to get? I visited there so funny because I visited them first. But literally before I even visited them, I literally booked a full-on one-way ticket to move there. So I booked a one-way ticket before even like meeting them in person. I called them several times. We followed each other on social for a bit. But yeah, I just booked. I was just thinking, all right, well, this is gonna be definitely a big change in my life. Someone's gonna I need to switch because I want to get around these guys, and these people that I was living with. So and it wasn't until in October 2023. So I joined the group in April online, and then October 23 I moved out of Florida, and I lived there for 2 years. So I came back a couple of years.
What you have for money while you were there?
Yeah, so at first I definitely had some savings for sure coming into it, and so before, so when I got there for like the month, I didn't do anything for work. I was just connecting these guys, and then I literally went down to like Mexico to one of these villages, bro. They're like villages under the cop house. No, yeah. No, it was in like Bacolod, like Mexico, and it was awesome.
This one Keegan's.
Yeah, I mean, it's like in the network, people are starting to these villages, and then their kids seeing affiliates. Like, oh, my now Uncommon Common Success can go to these, and it's like each one's their own like entity.
Do they pay dues to science?
Dude, I had no idea. No idea. So that's thinking, and it was awesome. It was a good experience. It was like for like 2 weeks. That's cool. Cool. Yeah, it was sweet. Honestly, dude, it was cool. At that point, in like November, I started my own first thing I ever sold, which was I lied. I had like one personal training client before. I had a couple sessions with this guy before I realized I actually don't want to do this. I was training with myself and my friends. I'm good. My first ever product was, looking back, it's like I was so into training and working out that I basically tried to integrate like, hey, get better Kendama, but also like eat better, learn how to like work out, and then launch the Kendama community. And it was like $50 all time. Like I don't even know what I was doing. I didn't know anything about business, but I was thinking, okay, so I started with my brother. My brother is also was a professional Kendama player, and we played so much. I mean, fortunately, I was able to gain a lot of skill, go travel the world for it, win several competitions of pro level, and do all the world championships, all that stuff. So we had a following for this. So I mean, if you're in Kendama, I feel like if you're in Kendama and you're actually playing, then you knew who we were. So we're thinking, okay, well, cool. The first product was like, hey, join my Telegram chat, and then and then here's a course. Me and my brother and I were building it literally like day by day because we were bringing these people in, and it was literally just on like, oh, sleep better, eat better, work out, else you're get better Kendama too. So it was a lot of different stuff. It was looking back, it's just so like,
Was this on school?
no, it was literally on the Telegram, it was on Telegram, and then I would put it together a course together like Notion. We just like, share the link. Here you go. Nice. So, but how did that let you start though, man? Yeah. And honestly, dude, I still feel like such a beginner just because. But that back then it was so cool. I mean, yeah, we actually got some people in, and then some people like really, really, really liked it, which was so cool. And looking back and thinking, there's like a million gajillion ways I could have made that better. But
We're gonna kind of jump around a little bit.
Yeah, we didn't really talk about your family,
nah,
right? Dad, mom, and you're an identical twin.
yeah.
Right?
Yeah, so I really want to say brother, yeah, I'm an identical twin. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but my mom, dad, we grew up here, and I love them so much. I'm definitely the closest to my family, but they always supported it. Yeah, so even going on this path, like, they put me through college, like, really, really faithful, like, super blessed to have them do that for me. And they put me through college. They're also really supportive of what me and my brother were doing.
Yeah.
Whether it was playing Finale, I don't know what was going through their minds when we were starting to, like, post videos online, and, like, we asked them, hey, like, I can imagine, like, hey, we're coming home one day after school. Mom, please let me have this. How did you find Kendama? Let me have this. Like, yeah, we shouldn't. I got it through. It was just really it was a very popular thing in my middle school.
Really?
In fact, it was really popular in the state of Washington in 2012. 2011 and 2012 was really popular. It was just generally popular. Yeah. 2012 to 2013, really popular.
I think you're probably was out 13 years younger than me, something like that. I'm 37.
Oh, yeah, I was 25.
25. Okay, 12. Yeah. Yeah, 12 years under. So we had a similar craze in elementary school. I mean, basically yo-yos came back.
Sweet. Yeah.
And yo-yos were big in like 50s, 60s. And then they were really popular at elementary school. And so your version was Kendama. Like Kendama was
Just it was massively popular. Oh, it was huge. Everybody went as well.
wow.
And then like it was insane. And so I got into it, but it was a fad. So it was like died out in 6 years. But your brother and I kept playing.
You guys kept
I
playing.
don't know. I can't tell you why, but it was just the interest, and also probably because we just had each other play all day.
And you must have been good. Because you typically don't stick to things you're not good at.
Well,
bro.
I was just. It's not like I was so good. It was more so I was just really. I think this was more so I just really liked it,
Yeah.
and I liked it because I don't know. I was playing so much. It was my friend. Everybody was. Yeah, I really enjoyed it. So even after my friend stopped, I would have stopped too if I didn't have my brother play with every now and then. I guarantee I would have stopped. But because my brother and I were playing together, I don't know. We just both kept into it. And we both kept playing and playing and playing and playing, even though our friend stopped. And dude, and honestly, looking back, I think I couldn't even tell you why we were connected in the online community too at some point, but that wasn't until like we were 14 when I ended up getting a Facebook, so I could literally join an online phenomenon dude.
That's crazy.
Even going through and making the switch, maybe saying, "Hey, mom, dad, I'm moving to Florida
Yeah.
for this." I joined this online group. You know, I'm getting this. I'm getting goods on the group. You know, I'm getting. They want to do their best to protect their kids. You know, they want the best for their kids. So it's immediately like
Cold today.
it was immediately like, "Hey, you know what a pyramid scheme is?" And I was like, "Okay." Okay. Here's signed there. We want to call it. Yeah, no, literally, get out of it. Yeah, and so they were skeptical, low skepticism, but they at the end of the day, I mean, they trusted. They've always supported my brother and I, which is so amazing, like so amazing.
Now, when you went down to Florida, did your brother come with you?
No.
So,
Okay, like this is so at that point, so I was working, so I was there in moved down to Florida on October 2023, but since November 2022, my brother was in Japan. So he moved to Japan because he got like his dream job, which was basically just playing Kendama all day. Little background, like if you think about, I told you they kept playing, got skill, like won some competitions. My brother was literally like the GOAT. Like we definitely built each other up in the 100%. We were both very skilled. He literally won the world championships in 2008. It was like wait. So I would be a world championship. He won the world championships in 2018. So and like for 3 straight years, he was in my opinion, he's the best player in the world.
Best player in the world?
100%.
Wait, Kendama. Kendama sounds like a Japanese word. Is it a Japanese game?
It's Japanese.
It's a Japanese game. Okay.
Yeah. Now the best players are definitely Japanese like teenagers. But they're already really good back then too. But my brother was just crazy good. So anyways, so he was like insanely good at Kendama and still obviously is. But he got his job. He got this offering from basically the government of this prefecture, like city in Japan. And in Japan, in this one spot called Naga, they had this Kendama shop, and it's basically through it. It's more so. It's going through it's a government job because it's like, oh, you're gonna promote the city. Method being Kendama now. So you have a Kendama shop, and then you guys go to the Japanese. We got it. We invested. It's like our city's thing. I will leave this to the guy. It's like the thing is Kendama. You know, be a really big, massive Kendama. You could have better in the world. We watch you. He's the best. He's the player. He can speak. He studied Japanese for like 3 years before that. He's really good Japanese. Now he's under Japan with his wife. So, but he speaks Japanese, really, really amazing. Yeah. And anyways, he has a dream job. But dude, I'm telling you, 1 year in, like October of 2023, I swear to you, not even 2 days after I landed there, or not even 3 days after I landed there, I called him and was like, "Yo, what is it going to take for you to move down here? Like, what is it going to take for you to move down here? Because I had to talk to him. I was like, at that point, we were both feeling something that we wanted to do more. So I already made the move. I want to do something different. We didn't know what it was, but he was like, "Hi, I'm a dream job." And in summer, like in August, so he got his dream job in November 2022. In August 2023, he's like, "Dude, I'm bored." He was literally, "Dude, I'm bored." Yeah, and that was crazy for him to say it because but he was like, "I'm bored."
he's actually playing Kendama.
I was going to do this. No, he's playing Kendama all day.
Oh yeah,
he was making Kendama all day.
Yeah.
He just do some other stuff too. But anyways, he was like, "I'm bored. I want something different." And so I was like, "All right, well, let's get taped." And then so literally not even a week after, not even 3 days after I landed, I called him for like an hour and a half. And after our conversation, he actually just like very shortly after that, probably like 3 weeks, 2 weeks later, he told his boss he's gonna quit. And then I had a job. Yeah. And then in March 2024, he moved. Recent April 2024, he moved back to the States, and then he moved into me, Florida.
In Florida.
Yeah.
Okay, so we did join you eventually.
Yeah. So we would get, but then like the story, dude. Dude, I'm literally gonna like when you say sorry travel, like I've literally just talked about 2018 basically through 2024 now, and I still have an entire like thing just spoof. Like, dude, I don't know. Should I keep going? Yes, dude. Of course. So here's the thing. He moves down in 2024 back to the States.
Okay.
At this point, we actually started our own, like, our first, I would say first business. So our first thing when I talked about the $50 thing, yeah, that was having a that was a that was our community, whatever. That's free, but actually in 2000, the very start of 2024. So my brother's in Japan at this point. January 2024. Actually, we launched on encourage this, but January 2024, we launched the first ever. And I wouldn't say first ever because nobody was doing it like how we were doing it, but online coaching canal. First ever online coaching.
Oh wow.
Like in the way that we were doing it, like in a way more like official way.
Yeah.
We're gonna work with you for X months, do the XYZ. And at this point, dude, I basically knew neither of him or I knew basically any of business. I mean, I was getting inspiration from people in this always mean that I was in on Comsix stuff at the time, and people around me, of course, and I was seeing what they were doing in their businesses. And we actually got like 10 people to sign up.
But the people you knew?
Yeah, I mean everybody. Yeah, they knew us. All the people who were like, they're all following us, and we've been friends with them a little bit. We have been friends with or after before at previous events, that we traveled to, or
Yeah.
they just followed us for a long time. And
Was it on like Facebook or Instagram or something?
yeah, so back then it was on we had Telegram and Zoom.
Telegram and Zoom.
So we had Telegram group chat and Zoom, but we just took them through. We had 10 dudes, 10 guys come in, worked with them for 3 months. It was actually epic. Like, yeah, Nick and I didn't know what we were doing, but it was actually so fun. And so at that point, at the end of those 3 months, my brother moves back to the States. We got 10 people in for like $750. So this is our first product, really, and that's actually like good compared to other things. That's like super cheap. But for Kendama space, right? Like this is the first ever people like that's really $750 for 3 months. So we got it. So we got 10 people in. And some people came in for less than that because they were like really good cowboys, want a lot of customers, whatever. But anyways, dude, we did this once, and we were thinking, oh my gosh, we did this once. We cracked the code. We can do it again and again and again, and it's gonna work every single time, and we're gonna freaking crush it. Nick, let's go travel, dude. Oh, Michael, I'm not kidding, dude. Nick comes back April. We have actually also did in-person events. This is also kind of like, not, I would say like the first in Canal, but again, like how we were doing it was up in first. Like these 3-day, like you can think it was the closest thing as you can get to like a mastermind, like an in-person mastermind for Canal. That was like 40, yeah, which was like definitely nobody had done that before.
Yeah.
But before we did 4-day retreats. Anyway, so Nick comes back. We host our first retreat. Was sick and sold it out. Again, and this is what I'm saying. Well, as with a little side engine here about business, we've already really noticed.
Mm-hmm.
Nick and I could not have done any of this. We couldn't have sold out an online cohort. We couldn't have sold out an online event, an in-person event at all either, if we didn't already have 10 years or more than 10 years of building our brand. Brand is so powerful. I'm talking like, let's say if Kim Kardashian launched up literally anything. So like, let's just say she launched a school community. Let's say she launched an online community, right? And it was like $10,000 to get in. If she literally put nothing on it and basically, I don't know, said the outcome was like, get better at putting on like makeup or something. I don't know. I know she has a lot of skills, but I just
Cat to social media success.
Yeah. Pat social media success. Or if no testimonials, nothing, like literally, and just sent out of a text and say, hey, what was there? She would sell it. Yeah, she would actually sell out too.
Yeah.
So, but then why? It's because of her brand. The trust people have with her based off like Galaro Bunch, like brand.
Mm-hmm.
And so for us, the reason why we were able to sell these things at the start was because of our brand. We were in the Kendama community so much. We were already very, very respected pros, very, very, very interactive with the community, showing up to these events all the time, talking to people, posting a ton of social media, which was like just Kendama tricks, and people really loved or recognized Kendama tricks online.
Yeah.
And videos. And so when we launched this thing, even though we had a lot of kickback from people, we got a lot of hate.
Why? Because you're not supposed to charge for anything?
Right. Yeah.
Well, that's how you validate.
Exactly.
It's like, well, how do you know it's valuable? I am bored.
Yeah.
That's how you know.
Yeah. So yeah, and then first time in the industry, like but even though we didn't know what to do, like even though opera for the other, like looking back, was just not like I would have done so many other things that no one.
But the heavy lifting was.
But exactly, but the heavy lifting was the reputation of the brand already. So that was the only reason we were able to get this stuff. Yeah. Don't get me wrong. Actually, the people still definitely had. I want to say like everybody's ever worked with us had like good experiences, but we overall, like looking back, we definitely got like most like the high majority of people like really good experience, I should say. Anyways, so that's the only reason we're able to sell this stuff. I was thinking because it's not like I was really good at business or anything. It's not because
You was just able to use build trust.
so the trust, yeah. So anyways, do the in-person event. Cohort or 3 months cohorts ends in April. Do the in-person event in April, and then Nick and I literally go travel for 4 months because we're like, oh, we cracked it. We're gonna be digital nomad, like online business. Let's go, Edo Portal, yeah. But nice. Yeah, so I ended up going and we ended up launching another cohort. Definitely didn't go as well.
Yeah.
I mean, overall made more money, but like it definitely didn't go as well.
You made more money the second time.
Yeah, because we had more spots and stuff. But it didn't really go that well, to be honest.
It's low the last aider, the instruction.
The instruction, because Nick and I were just traveling so much.
I see.
And so it was just so tough to like line up times, get time zones.
That's right.
They didn't get good Wi-Fi all the time.
Or try to play.
I would think, I was thinking, my whole thing was, I don't have to show. I was literally like, dude, if we can get this many people have this like, good results, this on the first cohort, like, everybody has like, I would say like 9 out of 10 people that had like killer touch.
Was the first cohort in person?
No, it was online.
It was online.
Yeah,
but like, you guys weren't laying around. You were
no, we were really focused.
Yeah.
Everybody had a great time.
That much continuity. Like the same time, same place.
Well, yeah. So it was very consistent. It was continuous to the fact that we had calls at this certain time of the day. Like, yeah, very consistent. But yeah, the second time we lost the cohort, it didn't go as well. I thought it was going to go amazing because like, oh no, testimonials we saw the first time, we're going to do crazy this one. But with a lot of people, definitely a couple people churned for whatever reason. Definitely everybody recognized Walt. So it didn't go as well, but we launched that. And then we just traveled for 4 months. So 4 months, then we were doing that. It was a great time. It was definitely fun.
Where'd you go?
I went to Spain. I went to Netherlands, Taiwan, Japan. Oh, wow. Maybe Denmark.
Oh, Denmark.
And Hong Kong.
That's
it was sweet. It was sweet. I'm really thankful for the experience.
Yeah.
And because I'm really thankful for the experience. And then we had another in-person event in Taiwan, which again, that was nobody's. I thought that was crazy. That was sweet.
That's cool.
I mean, it was one of the in-person events that we did. That was really cool. Anyways, but throughout this time, so you imagine like May to August. I'm traveling, doing this. You saw the event, saw the cohort. It was a 2-month cohort this time. Went to the Crown World Championships. It was pretty fun. But like, I'm losing so much money doing this, dude. I'm actually losing so much money. It's ridiculous. I'm not making basically anything, because on top of. Well, I'm not making anything, so I'm losing all of them. I was thinking, it costs,
you're flying around.
Oh, yeah. Like, just like, whoa, it's a big surprise. It costs a lot of money when you get to pay for your stay every night to sleep, and then you're flying to like 5 different countries, So, I would get a lot of money back then, and then I went to like 12K back then, and then foremost. And I was like pretty conservative compared to like, and honestly, I was trying to be conservative with stuff, but you know what I mean? That's still hard. Like,
It is, yeah.
But yeah, I go to, and then I finally pack. Then after August, I finally fly back to
Clearwater?
Yeah, Clearwater.
Yeah.
But okay, and then this is what I'm going to start talking about, just me coming to God, because this is going to lead up to the next following year, which is the start of this year, to where it was when I actually came to God. But it's like, me having this money loss definitely was all in Jesus' like plan. So good, because if I didn't lose the money, if I didn't have, because we're going to talk about it. I mean, I don't know if I explained it, but basically, I lost more money. Of course, I lost more money. But coming to this year, I had a very little money to start this year, and honestly, I can tell you 100%. If I didn't go through that, I doubt I would have accepted. I would have, KB God. I doubt it.
I believe that.
I doubt it. After I came back from my trip, my brother came back a little bit later. He actually stayed longer than me because he went down back to China, so he would travel. He went to China, and then he could have and came back. We come back. We do 2 more in-person events from like September to January. So we sold those out as well. But then we stopped doing that like coaching because we're like, oh, we don't want to do this anymore. Yeah, like we don't want to do this. But then we didn't really have a plan to like monetize Kendama beside that. We just wanted to build up our school community and just see what came out of that. It was free at the time. It was free.
So in the early days, it was free to set up a community.
Yep.
You didn't have to pay any money to school to set up a community at first.
Right. So it's still like that. Up to a free trial. So you can set up a community for free and it's kind of getting your feet wet for 2 weeks. 2 weeks and try it out.
Then you do have to pay as a community organizer.
Yeah, it's by now. Like in the old days, it cost $99. So after 2 week free trial, after the 2 week free trial, you can $99 every month to keep your community.
Oh, every month.
Yeah, got it. Every month.
Yeah, about $1,200 a year.
Okay. Yeah. So I started. My brother and I started that in April. So we got April 25. So we're 24. So we started before we started traveling all this stuff. We started and we started school community.
Okay.
And then I wasn't super active in it. Again, like traveling all this stuff, and it made us do it, which was like sup. But I could come back to September. That's when we started to focus on it. We was for anybody listening, it's online community platform. Think Facebook groups, but just like way better, to be honest. Like how the layout, how easy it is to use. Anyway, we started a community for Kendama. So if anybody's interested in Kendama and wants to learn Kendama, can just join a community for free. In school, you can have a free community or
or a paid community.
They both cost whatever. Like they used to only cost $9. Actually, this summer they came out with different plans. So you can start one on 2 week free trial, and if you only in the dependent rate situation, you can just have one and have one every month for $9 a month. They had a $9 plan and then a $99 plan. If you really want to make money with school, you definitely have to have the $99 plan because then the transaction fees they take from you are way lower. But just to get your head in the game, like community business, like or you just have a community online, whether you want to make a business after or not, have for $9 a month, super accessible. So
absolutely,
yeah, that's a great switch to me back then. So I came this over.
So let me understand this. Yeah, when you were setting up a school community, you as the community organizer are always going to pay something. Either $9 or $99 per month.
Yep.
On the front end, for people joining your community, you can make it free or paid.
Exactly. Okay. Yeah. Got it. Yeah. Exactly. So it doesn't cost any money to be a member of a community, or do a memorizer unless they pay us to pay. Yeah. But to even have a school account, that's not money. So once we started school, still funny. When we started a school community, like a free school community, people were saying like different. I saw posting a different like the Facebook community. It was like, oh my gosh, the gallery just started a community. It's $100 to join. I was like, no, we actually pay $1,000 like every month. Fabulous story. For you, it's free. So for us, it's $100 every month. So that's actually I don't know. That's crazy. How you know the conclusion? Like, did you check out the page? Like, it says free join. I was like, what do? You just look up school online and saying that. It's interesting. But anyways, dude. So yeah, basically, September 2024, so it's just like literally a year ago. My brother and I were like we started school, doing the first event, like online coaching. We stopped doing online coaching, but after we had like a lot of podcast episodes up too. So we were doing podcasts. We were doing a lot of things. We were trying out a lot. We were throwing stuff at the walls. Even still, we're just trying out these random things.
Yeah.
But none of these things really made us money go. So I felt like really we're testing. Yeah, we're experiments. Really testing. In January, I realized, okay, I actually need to make money now because if I don't, I literally can't. Like, I can't live here. Because I'm actually I burned through all my savings.
January 25.
I burned. Yeah, so this is the start of this year. I burned through all my savings really fast.
Yeah,
with for traveling especially. But it's good because if I didn't do that, I wouldn't have burned through it fast, and I definitely would have come to God. So I think it's really. I looking back at my house really connects. This is great. I started looking at doing different things. I didn't really want to. I still love Kendama, but my passion definitely started to. My passion to play, honestly, kind of like left. It definitely wasn't as high. And then I just wanted my interest. I wasn't interested in Kendama enough to like continue and try and make it work a business. Because I'm not gonna sit here and say like yes, the Kendama market for some. It just depends on the market, right? Like for online coaching in the U.S., I don't know. I could sit here and say like, oh, was that whatever big or money or which. Yeah, maybe, but I mean, at the end of the day, I just wasn't skilled enough. That's how I see it. I just wasn't skilled enough to make it work, and my interest wasn't really there either. I didn't really want to make it work, so I was like, I'm just doing something else.
Yeah.
That's why I started trying to help people in school about like communities and see what I could do there. Anyways, around that time, my brother actually came to God. January 2025, my brother comes to God. He had something. He's a wife. He's in Japan now, but back then their relationship wasn't going like the greatest. They're long distance for like over a year at that point. So definitely tough. And
did he meet her when he was there working?
Yeah. Okay. And they've actually been kind of like long distance ever since that, because they didn't even live in the same place. So they're actually long distance for like
In Japan.
no, yeah, they didn't even live in I mean, it would take like 2 hours for the
How do you meet her?
um
Online, or was she at Kendama?
She knew Kendama. She was Kendama player. She basically, what happened was they do this Guinness World Record thing every year, and so it's a big thing on national television in Japan. And so it's a big, every Kendama player like wants to get on that in Japan. It's like a big thing for people who actually play Kendama.
Sit in the Guinness World
At its base, exactly. Not to mention the people who don't know what Kendama is really. Or everybody in Japan knows what Kendama is, but yeah, not to mention people who don't actually play. Oh, actually play. Like they want to get in. They want to get in on this. So my brother goes there. He sees this girl. She plays. She doesn't really like Kendama. She is super interesting. Like she knows Kendama, but she doesn't play it. But she like play. It's interesting.
What would be a corollary in American culture of like something everybody knows but not everybody plays?
Question. Fidget spinners. I don't know. That, but it's kind of they're not fidget spinners. Well,
I don't know. Baseball kinda. Like kind of every kid play, but it's like
everybody. Yeah,
you know, not everybody like plays it like when they get past the age of 10.
right.
But almost everybody who's grown up in America has played like t-ball or softball
Oh yeah.
or something like that at PE or something.
Yeah, playback. I don't know if that was a good like. I know what you mean. That sound like the concept behind it. Yeah, 100%. I don't know. In America, I thought it was 4 too. I don't know.
America's not homogenous enough of a culture to have like one thing.
Yeah. So like so. Anyways, I met through bad. But I was like, oh my gosh, this girl's like really cute. But I was like, I was going to try and find her on socials because I didn't really connect with the person. And like, I don't know, from God, literally, I don't know how I found her, to be honest. But happened. Like he literally had his friend like
saw her there, and then he just like, let me try her out.
Oh yeah, I know, literally. And then I saw how it works. Like I don't ask me how because that's so like lucky that he was able to do. But he did, and they started talking to me about so now they're actually. I remember waking up one morning and then come to him, and then he was like, "Hey Zach, just want to tell you," and this is like serious friends. He's like, "Hey man, I just want to tell you, I came to God yesterday, and her eyes." And he didn't really have any more like. He just told me a little bit about what's going on with his relationship and then what kind of what transpired there. Basically, was had a call with her, and then after the call, the video call, and then he basically just he felt called to go and stick his grass skillers for a house and just submit to God, like legit. Like what's wrong?
Wait. Was he reading the Bible? No, because you guys grew up under like no. Did he like God generic or Jesus? Oh, Jesus. How did he come to Jesus without external direction?
What definitely probably influenced a lot of that was that we were actually connected with this amazing family who we're still great friends with now. Who we met through Kendama. They had this kid who's like this young kid who's really, really good at Kendama. But this family that is great is Christian. And we hung out with them a little bit for a couple of days after we went to like a really big competition in the United States in Minnesota. So we went to the United States competition in Minnesota. Then we'd stay with this family for a couple of days after. It was super fun. They're Christian. We didn't really talk about God though back then because then hadn't worked with God back then. But anyways, with that, so probably because of that, probably a little inspiration because of that.
So a little seed was planted.
Yeah, a little seed was planted for sure, 100%. I think if something happened before, maybe you might have been having conversations with the mom of the family that we spent time with.
Okay,
Christian mom. So it may be that, but I think he just dude, he really had a calling, like good idea. I need help. For a year, I was thinking, I actually been curious. I was talking to Christians. I was talking to Muslims. Because actually, what was really fascinating to me, it wasn't even, I was not if I was like so interested in Christianity specifically.
Right.
But it was more so just, I'm talking to these people who great belief in their God. And I was thinking, wow, what really fascinates me about this is it's literally just their conviction. Their conviction and what I'm seeing that conviction is leading to in their lives.
Mm-hmm.
Their gratitude, their belief that things are going to work out for them. The belief, and so there's such a strong belief in what they're doing is right or what the right thing is for them. I was thinking, whoa, and what is that? How I can't even conceptualize what that feels like. 'Cause I don't believe in anything. I want to tap it. How that's so fascinating. Where's that coming from for them? And I'm seeing this in light. Like one of my really good friends, his name's Alex. He's a dad. I go online with the Bible study with him every week. But I called him a year prior, and I was thinking, hey dude, can I pick your brain about this? Because this is really interesting to me. And you weren't a Christian yet. No. And then like several months later, I found my friend who I first met in Clearwater, and who's now really, really like awesome personal trainer, like a personal trainer. I saw him go from a state of and really trying to figure out what to do with his life, really trying to make his business work, really trying to get off the ground, do this stuff. He's like this 20-year-old kid, to coming to God and just seeing his life transform tremendously, not only in business and success, but literally in the way he was talking, the way he was conducting himself, and what he was saying, and the convictions in his words. And I was thinking, dude, this is the biggest thing that I can tell that changed your life from my outside perspective is that you came to God, and then during that time this happened. I was like, yo, okay.
Other than the Utah event, in what ways did running out of money open your mind and your heart?
Yeah, I really just, because money was definitely important to me at the time, like pressuringly so, of course, because I was like, I need to like make rent and like buy food and stuff. But it just made me look towards, I could say a couple of like, I guess experiences, but honestly, the overall thing from all of it was just, I want to believe in something. I want to like, I wouldn't have come to God, because I would have been like, the way I see it is, I wouldn't have been saying, oh yeah, please Jesus, like I really want to believe in you. I want to believe in you right now because I'm in a crisis, and like I'm really in this situation I want to get out of. I want to believe. I want to see you like there in my life, and I want to have faith for you to help me with this, because I really don't have anybody to, to turn. I don't have anybody to turn to. I really want help and need help in this situation. I would have had that need or want like pressing. So to actually even go ask for God's help, if I didn't have that,
You would have been too consumed with the success you would have been experiencing.
yeah, or just like the comfortability level, or like exactly the comfortability level too of all that. Just I'm not doing like, it's not like I'm like doing like crazy amazing, but it's I don't have. I'm just chilling, and I was just really chilling, like financially, not only financially, but just like definitely spiritually for like my entire life, just because I didn't have any prep. I mean, in my opinion, I didn't have any pressing thing to get like that type of help that I was seeking.
Yeah.
When I was asking for God, I'd never felt anything like that in my life, where I was like, oh wow, I really want this help right now. Please God help me.
There are 5 different books. One of the books is called Anti-Fragile. And anti-fragility describes systems that actually improve when they encounter disorder or stress. There are a lot of most systems that humans build, we actually build fragile systems, because fragile systems are the types of systems that benefit from calm, stasis, and order. And when something goes wrong, everything kind of falls apart. And so anything that's centralized, anything where you have kind of top-down management, these are fragile systems, because all you got to do is take out one point of weakness and then everything falls apart. There are other systems that are very anti-fragile. One of them is actually our physical bodies. So one way you can determine a fragile system versus an anti-fragile system is anti-fragile systems become weaker the less they're stressed, and they become stronger the more they're stressed. And so if you think about your body, the less you stress your body, the weaker you get, and the sooner you'll die. And the more you stress your body, to a point, like you can overstress it and then die, but it actually putting stress into the system improves you. And one of the things that he highlights in the book, and I agree with this, is that religions are also anti-fragile. So the fastest way to kill a religion is to give it a place of comfort and deference. And the fastest way to grow religion is to attack it and to put it under stress. And so if you observe religions and even faith, and so this actually comes to your faith. So the more comfortable you are, the harder it is for you to actually engage with your faith. And the more under stress you are, the more likely you are to actually come to faith and to actually listen and for your faith to get stronger. And so there's this inverse relationship where I've observed that, religions and religiosity is anti-fragile. The less it's attacked, the more comfortable you are, the weaker your faith gets. And then on the flip side, the more it's attacked or the less comfortable you are, the stronger your faith gets.
My faith in God is only been strengthened so much by that trying time in my life, and that when I came to God. So because he helped me get out of it. I trusted in him. I believed in him. And I said, God, please, I'm with you. I submit to you. And then things worked out in a way that I just can't explain from at that point. Me getting so into Kendama at such a, not only like, yes, like sticking with it, but just at such a young age too, find something that I'm like truly in love with. Truly in love with. I actually really want to spend time with for such a young age. That's such a blessing. And I can look back and connect the dots of like, wow, looking back at somebody in high school, wow, that could have been really dangerous, or what the heck, oh, that's so lucky this didn't happen to me, or just some things, just things I look back on now that seemed like mere coincidences back then were just, I'm just thinking, wow, that guy was definitely looking out for me all the time. He was on it, he would be.
So you're on a hero's journey. I mean, we all are, but you're definitely on the hero's journey. And you've been reborn.
Yeah.
What are you excited about? And let's say, and fearful about in the next 12 to 24 months? Like, what are some of the things that are just like, oh, I can't wait. And also like, oh, I'm not so sure.
Yeah. So I would say hopeful, but like really what I'm looking forward to now, what I'm thinking to now, what I'm thinking about. I actually, and this has been developing so much more that I come to Christ, but I'm really, every single day, I feel like myself, I'm more and more focused on how can I spread the gospel more and like create more disciples. And that was Jesus' last command. The last command, he's like, I make disciples of all nations. And honestly, what that's meaning to me right now is just really, really, I'm thinking about that. And I'm thinking, okay, what's the best way to do that for me? I don't really have a calling to go to, let's just say, for example, like a mission trip to like South America and just like spend my time there. I don't think that's it for me, like at this moment in time. But like for me, when I think about that, how to make more disciples, I'm thinking, how that's really encouraging me to really just get in the Word and really understand God and really work on my relationship with Him by praying, by reading Scripture, and do my best to live out the way that He was living, in that way that His apostles were. I'm more so just saying that I want to help people come to Jesus through my actions. Sometimes that might entail having conversations about God, but of course, but more so just what I'm doing. How can I help like my neighbor and everything? And honestly, like I don't want to make this sound like, oh yeah, like I'm some this is some, I'm always saying this, no, righteous or whatever, I already figured out. Like no, I definitely don't. I sit every day, and it's definitely something I've been working on, and it's been developing so much since I came to God.
Yeah.
To do more like this. And I say I'm trying to focus on this more because it's so often that it's so easy for me to get my attention elsewhere.
One of the things that is kind of nested within relationships, that's kind of a dirty word, but it drives a huge amount of the economy is status. And so we think about what's status. Status is a zero-sum game where you are not admitting to eliciting envy out of another person. Now, you never admit this because it's uncouth to admit that this is what status is. But what it is I'm throwing myself above others, and I want you to be jealous of me. And we spend trillions of dollars on status. And if you can get your product, whether it's Apple or whether it's Tesla, whether it's Ferrari, whether it's Louis Vuitton, or whether it's pick a thing, to somehow be imprinted on a status marker, humans will spend.
Humans will spend so much money too. So if you died at this too, it's like, oh, I have this, I'm this. I have this, I am X level.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Oh, and if fewer people have it and it's harder to get, it's even better.
Now I'm better. Now I live exclusive.
And so that's kind of nested within. It's kind of like nested under wealth and relationships, right? Because it's not pure wealth. Because like status symbols are not really great for making you rich. It's kind of a way to like signal you're rich. And it's not healthy relationships, but it is about relating to other people in kind of a dark way.
Yeah.
And yeah, I mean, so many of the most successful companies in the world, there are a few exceptions. Like Google is not really a status business. They don't really have APIs, but it's probably the best business ever created. But like Apple's status, Louis Vuitton's status, or Gucci status.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. Ferrari status. Like there's so many billionaires that made their money just preying on that status button in the back of our little systems.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. And so no, totally. And the status symbol, like that's such a good way. Like so many companies make billions of dollars with the marketing. It's just they can position the angle of, hey, you have X product, you're gonna be like, what are your friends gonna say about you? What are your friends gonna be saying about you? And then the dream outcome for these people is like, dude, I want to be respected by
Defend this business. Yeah, the business.
Oh, okay, perfect.
Like, here's the thing. Like,
it's easy for me to like kind of turn my nose up at like, look at these egotistical people needing to have their Porsches and their Ferraris. But I'm just like, yeah, but you want to have a 6-pack.
that's also status.
Oh shit, it is.
It is. It's also status. You want it because it's hard to get if few people have it.
Yeah, that's a good example too, because you can still be perfectly healthy and everything.
And health is a sleeper. Health is sleeper because health is good, and we should all strive to be healthier. And so it's really easy to moralize it and be like, well, I'm just want to be healthy for my family. And you have some vain humanity.
And it's also cool to be like for me. It's not everybody cares about being Jack, or not everybody cares, but like, yeah, I definitely care how I look. You know, I look. Yeah, right. It's not a bad thing. No, that's not bad. I look. Yeah. I used to look at relationships as like, yeah, but like health and wealth are definitely like more poor. Then because I was like, what do you even mean relationships? Like, what businesses can even happen in that? You know, honestly. Anyways, but I was talking to the one like on my journey with God and everything, with God, and like have more conversations about what I would say, like how can I be more like Jesus? How can I make more disciples? And have a conversation with my brother. I'm thinking like, hey, what's like really matters in this life? Because I'm thinking like, okay, it's definitely not wrong for me. I definitely want to make a lot of money. I feel all really good, but it's also, dude, I'm also thinking this too, and this is also one of my goals. It's like, well, I just know for a fact, like there is this completely moneyless family in Somalia, living in like the worst conditions ever, in my mind, like compared to whatever I live in, that are like a million times, like they're probably just like 100 million times happier than me. 100%. That happened there. So like just whatever, 100%. And they have materialistically like nothing compared to the average American in the
poorest American.
Like literally, yes, the poorest American in the United States.
Yeah, they have like 1% of the poorest Americans.
Right. And then I'm thinking too, I see so many examples of like people who have like materialistic like little compared to like the poorest American, but their relationships are so amazing.
So we first shared that your dad had an injury.
Yep.
In our men's group.
Yep.
In the back of my mind, I was like, I wonder if ATG could help. And at that time, I had no idea that you were like deep further than me.
Sounds like he's way too hurt to. But I mean, I know that's got to have crossed your mind. Like, is there a way to get to a point where you could lead him to zero?
No, totally.
You know,
I totally thought about that. And I was just thinking, and we were definitely trying at first. Like, I was like, okay, what can he do? You know, what can he actually is capable of? He could walk a walker for a very small amount of time. How old? He's like 50.
Oh, dude, he's young.
56.
He's young. Okay. I wasn't sure if he was like in his 80s or 70s. Like, okay, yeah, but he's young.
He'll be good. He'll be good. I know he'll be good. It'll just take some time. But it's really like, it's troubling because I was looking into doing this stuff for sure. But I was just thinking, dude, it'd be different if he had the same amount of ability he had now, of course, without pain.
Right.
But he's in so much pain that I'm like, dude, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. I don't know. And I definitely try. We definitely try. And honestly, even on this conversation now, it's like, maybe I'll go back and try something today again. Maybe we'll see what happens. I don't want to like put him through. If he's in severe pain, it's like, obviously, is surgery on the table? Surgery is on the table. It's on the table.
You have the tools to get him from like kind of undertrained to excellent. But this might be in surgery mode.
It's just, no, totally. And this is what I've been thinking 100% about this. And surgery might happen. It's an idea at this point. But I'm just thinking, dude, something needs to happen. Because
as soon as he can start moving, you already have the tool.
I know. I want it.
You already have a skill set.
If he literally wasn't in pain, I'd be just. You be making some more progress.
Absolutely.
But that's what I was really confused about. So I was like, dude, is there any protocol? Like, how do we get out of this pain? It has to be some way, right? I mean, this is crazy. It's been alarm for 4 weeks. This is insane. How this is not even so big. But it's just like, I don't know if I can help with that, to be honest.
We didn't talk a ton about Kendama. I mean, we talked about it and all.
It's all good. I mean, I don't really know if I struggle to like talk about it more. Yeah. I basically, I mean, played a long time. That's where I spent most of my time doing growing up, like a very big majority of my time doing. And I've learned a lot of lessons through that. I've learned, what I really learned was really humbling. It's just really humbling because now, after spending well over 10,000 hours doing that, achieving the success that I had, I feel like I definitely was all things through like really successful in Kendama. I don't think it's weird to say that, but just really understanding what it truly means to be super like really good at something, like just truly understanding what that actually entails.
Most people have never been top 1% at anything,
right?
Or I mean, in your case, maybe top 0.01 or 0. Or maybe top 0.1, and maybe your brother at 0.01. All right.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah. So I just all things to say is just the biggest lesson Kendama taught me, and that is constant talking about right now. It's like don't is for me to just stay humble and stay just like focused on getting better because just knowing how long it took me to get good at that. Just that truly good. He's just better than like some of your friends. Oh, with your class. You care about at least like when you go like when someone goes out with your friends and your friends like, oh, man, yo, this guy's really good at bowling.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, you're really good at bowling compared to the people you're playing with.
That's right.
You know, like,
But are you able
to play though, right? Because can you play like because
Can you be on ESPN?
you're right. Oh, like yeah, it's something I always think is that. Like, so I mean, but it's really, it's like someone to get that good at something.
Yeah.
It's like,
Yeah.
and Hiroshi talks about it. He's like,
Yeah.
he even says, he's like, yeah, you don't. He's like, yeah, I realized something after some point. He's like, yeah, I can only get really good at like a couple of things in my life before it's
Up time.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, I really will always try to like just stay grounded with my thoughts. I will, like whenever I get like a win or something, or just like, all right, cool, it's cool, but don't like get too. There's always work to do, and there's always gonna be something better than you. So
Yeah, sure. And even if you are the best in the world, that's temporary.
someone's coming.
Oh, so there was not only someone coming, but you're also aging.
Yeah.
So someone's coming,
Yeah.
and you're aging, right? Usain Bolt's not the fastest anymore. Tom Brady is not the best anymore. Michael Jordan's gone.
Yeah.
Like, someone else will replace you.
Yeah, and I know what's crazy is like the next person's probably gonna be way better. Like or probably it's so insane that happens. Like it's actually so exciting.
Yeah, they'll be better because they watched you growing up and they took your things and added to it.
Exactly. Like I saw that in Kendama. Like actually, one thing Kendama that I didn't realize was I couldn't even conceptualize. Cause I was so young at the time. I came into it. I was literally 11, about to turn 12. I came into it.
Yeah.
But growing up in Kendama, getting really good in my teens and in my early 20s, I couldn't really conceptualize some generation of players. I was not like my generation of players that I came up playing with or at that time, but they would like never be surpassed. For some reason, I can never conceptualize someone's story as you were the best. I couldn't really conceptualize someone's story before our generation, and they getting way better than any of us. And like, I'm so stupid. So you can imagine if I was a fry when I see this cultural Japanese kid and they like rape it up, and I'm like, yo, what the. See, they're so much better than I was. Whoa, not even with my it's very small, but like, yo, this guy's gonna pass me like a year and a half. He's basically an net with me.
Great.
But it's like, that's what's happening. So it's the reason I have to do everything. Like you see in tennis right now, Carlos Alcaraz, that kid's like 20.
Yeah.
I don't know, but he's like number 2 or something in the world, which is so crazy.
I see it on YouTube. Like, I'm watching some of these young kids. I'm just like, these kids grown up on. They're not learning YouTube like me, some old guy. They're just like, it's the first language.
No, YouTube. They know YouTube.
They know YouTube.
Yeah.
It's so everything's native.
First language. Like, oh my gosh, I'm never gonna be even half as good as you.
Like it's so not, yeah, dude. And they have all the inspirations, or it's just so natural place for people to come before you to figure it out, and you publish, they started to publish, and then even I didn't even look at it like this. Like you have Moses' books right here.
Yeah.
You have he had it. Yeah, you saw my his Jim. His name is called Jim Munson. And I still where did he get that from? Who was he hanging out with? He's definitely. I don't know a ton about Russell Brunson, except that he's like one of the ghosts for sure. If that's big, but he definitely. Well, look at this. Yeah, .com secrets. You know, wonder where Hormozy got Jim Munson secrets from. I know, like Hormozy's saying, it's on the shoulders of giants like Russell Brunson. Who was he inspired by? And it's just careful back. It's really cool, dude. It's like, the progression of something's really, really amazing. Like,
I was talking to a buddy of mine who's my age. He's 39. And I was saying 2 of the ways to make sure you stay younger than your biological age as you age is to make sure that you can continue to sprint and continue to jump. These are two basic movements that all children can do. And most adults, if they played sports, the last time they jumped was when they stopped playing sports in college. And if they didn't play sports in high school and college, the last time a lot of people ever left the ground with 2 feet was probably 12 or 13.
yeah.
Most people never leave the ground. Ever.
Yeah.
Like, the most they'll leave the ground is if they're jogging. There's that split second. But when you're sprinting, most of the time you're sprinting, you're not on the ground, right? You're touching like briefly. And when you're jumping, you're leaving the ground. And the ability to generate force quickly into the ground is something that really distinguishes athletic people from non-athletic people.
Yeah.
And so as you age, like the ability is just like,
Right? Yeah. That all people can do that up until they're 12. And if you don't keep it, it goes away completely.
For sure.
Right. And so as I age, as you age, that's like my goal is to make sure like I continue to leave the ground on a regular basis.
Dude, yeah, I love how you brought that up. Dude, that said, just reminds me so much of Benzema. That guy talks about jumping and sprinting all the time.
He's right.
Yeah,
It's right, and it goes hand in hand with.
Are you jumping right now?
I just started adding jump roping and double unders back into my program because of Benzema.
Nice.
Because I kept lifting and I realized I'm not leaving the ground enough. And I can feel it in my feet.
Yeah.
I can feel it in my knees.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm putting up weight at the gym, but I'm getting heavy. And your body adapts to the stimulus you put it under.
Yeah.
And the stimulus I'm putting it under is, oh, we have heavy loads coming up. All right, let's fill out because we got to handle the heavy load.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, I need to give it a different stimulus. The stimulus is we're leaving the ground. Oh, Michael's leaving the ground. We got to shed some of this weight so we can leave the ground more efficiently. Because the body does that. And that's why I want to do calisthenics with you. Because when I started doing that, the body's going to say, oh, we need to like get up there. Okay, all this is actually not letting us get up there. Let's shed it so we can get up there easier.
Yeah.
Because the body, it'll respond to the stimulus you put it under.
Yeah, it's gonna get you. Yeah, 800%. I mean, even a person who's already like really skinny, was me for example.
Yeah.
Like when I started doing pull-ups, I was super skinny. I was coming from one under 5'10", under 140 pounds.
Yeah.
I still bend no sprint. I could probably make dangerous. So, dude, I wasn't strong at all. Like some people can do a couple pull off the bat. Dude, I could do legit one.
Yeah.
And you had the strength. It was so hard for me. But yeah, the body like responds to similar to you. And I love that you brought that up. I was in a jump rope for like a month to start this year, and I came off of it.
Mhm.
Yeah, I'm gonna start to get into that.
Let's get back into it. I haven't started rope flow. That's another thing in blog jobs about.
Initially, most people when they get into lifting, it's just okay, glute jacks,
Right.
glute jack.
That's a great start.
Not a bad goal. That's not a bad goal. I'll definitely overall that super positive.
Absolutely.
Like it's a good start, super positive.
Yes.
But then, like, looking into all this stuff, you get more nuance with jumping, the sprinting, and then with the ATG, even this is great too. ATG, like, yes, it's like, yes, can you squat, like, some people who squat like 350? Like, no, but can you do like a reverse Nordic or like split squat with down, like key squats your ass? I mean, what actually really matters for somebody's like life, you know? And
Yeah.
because the more I train, the more I've realized, and this is why I actually, don't get me wrong, I love weights. I like weights. But dude, to be honest, I'm thinking the reason why I haven't bought a gym membership here or when I've inquired about getting more weights to my own setup is really just because I'm like, wait, okay, I like this, but what's like my real what's like my real goal? What am I working towards? Do I really care? Because I used to be the guy to just push a ton of weight all the time, especially on legs.
Yeah.
I really, yeah, upper body.
I still do. I can't let it go.
It's fun. It's really fun. I like having fit balance. No, 100%. It's really fun.
Yeah.
And I love it. And I used to push so hard when I got to some pretty decent feats.
Yeah.
But like, I was looking back and I got the gym at one point and I was thinking, all right, Zach, like, okay, why are we doing this again?
I mentioned Ido Portal earlier. Do you know who he is?
I know.
Okay, you know who he is. All right. It's very similar to all of this stuff.
He is Jack though.
He is.
That guy is a beast.
Yeah. I actually found Ido Portal before I found Den Patrick and the whole dressing communities. Yeah. It was another YouTube algo. It's like, oh, you're watching this. You might like him.
Yeah,
I do like that. This is cool.
after all the people I've seen, I used to watch a lot of like lifting, like I used to watch a lot of like bodybuilding videos. It's like, dude, even the motivation videos, I used to be like a lot of whatever videos on YouTube that are 8-minute montages of bodybuilders stuffing their face with food.
Are you serious?
I still legit used to go. I used to like film all those videos.
Really? You're trying to gain weight?
Yeah.
Gotta laugh. I've never needed eating inspiration. I need diet inspiration.
No, because I was like, well, dude, it was so funny because even coming up, like when I was super skinny, I would literally like get so funny looking back. But I was eating Whole Foods, like it was really good. Qualities. Solid. It was pretty solid. But I was eating over and I was reaching these points, when I was still like 140. And I was like, all right, I'm gonna add this food in enter my day. And there's no way I can eat more than this. I'm just too full.
Dude, you're probably hardly eating anything.
Legit, yeah. But it was so funny because I had to my body had to adapt. It's like, all right, cool. You're full now. Then you get hungrier and hungrier. And I remember stating I remember thinking, I'm gonna add this potato in, and there's no way I can eat more than this.
That's hilarious.
There's no way I can eat more than this. I was like, oh my gosh, there's no way I can more. How is it possible to eat more? And obviously my body adapts. It's like, all right, do more bad for more food, And so it's
heck yeah.
Yeah. So I used to watch eating motivation videos. That was like funny, but also like I was like, all right, this is inspiration for me. Like, come on, guys, actually put down some food, bro. It's just again, it's like, what are you optimizing for? What am I ask myself? What am I optimizing for? And the more I ask myself that, the more I'm like kind of going to thinking about these things. And I think about this all the time. It's just that me actually doing them. I definitely want to be spending more time on them. So we should do that.
Let's do it, man.
Let's do it.
All right.
Yeah.
I think that's it.
Yeah.
Thanks for coming by.
Yeah.
We're hanging a lot more.
No problem.
All right, dude.
Thanks for listening. Peace, guys.
Subscribe to the YouTube channel for Eden Group. And if you are listening on Apple, Spotify, or Amazon, make sure you rate and review the show so that it is easier to find for new people looking for content that empowers health and wellness entrepreneurs to make as much money as possible so they can change as many lives as possible. Take care.